Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, as you guys can see by the title, I'm going to give you 5 tips if you are just now getting into modding. These are 5 of the tips that I wish I would have known myself whenever I first got into it. Some of them I kind of did keep in mind and kind of had an idea on how it worked, but some of them I wish I would have actually known about, or kind of had somebody try to put it in my head to maybe, I don't know, I don't remember if somebody told me or not, but yeah, I wish I would have kind of followed all these steps as whenever I was younger. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna try to keep this video as short and informative as possible to interview you guys. And the reason why I'm making this video, it's something that I've really considered making, just because I've had several people message me just kind of throughout the days, the weeks, months, years, asking me for opinions when usually these are the people who are just now getting their license and have a car to modify, or the people that just now are getting out of high school and now they have some income to modify their car. Obviously not everybody knows everything, so I personally myself don't know anything. I mean not anything. I mean, I don't know everything. Hey, I don't know, I might not even know as much as I think I do, but anyways, not everybody knows everything, but we're all here to help each other. This is what makes it fun, and it's just a learning experience. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So with tip number 1, it doesn't matter what car you got, or even if you don't have a car, if you're looking to buy a car, sit down and do some research on the car. Get to know the car, get to know some of the details. Think about it and look into it and see if this is one of the cars that you want to mod, and if you know if it's one of the cars that you're okay with modding and putting money into, then take your time, look at videos on YouTube, look at forums, join Facebook groups, and look at other people's builds and information that they put out. Keep, whether it be maintenance, let's say recalls, anything aesthetic with the cars, try to look at everything and learn on deciding on what things you like and what you don't like. So do some research. A lot of the times people nowadays, they just want there's so much information out there, which is mind-blowing. You guys know I make these videos. Obviously my channel is not very big, but I've had all my information. I haven't hid anything from you guys. So if I don't post it here on the channel, I'll post it on my Instagram. And yet people still do not want to, it's happening now. People don't want to look at the pictures, look into the picture, read the captions, read the tags, watch the videos, actually listen to the videos, the information. They'll rather just go ahead and straight up ask you what something is, which I don't mind helping, but you guys have to understand, after so many times of getting the same questions over and over, it gets a little annoying. I don't know if annoying is the word, but I'm just tired of answering the same question. When I spend all this time making the videos and putting all the information out there, and all I want from you guys is to take the time to watch it or read the captions, because I've noticed a lot of people do not read the captions either. I posted a picture of a Supra, and I had people messaging me about the Supra and leaving comments, and I'm like, yo, I don't have a Supra. It was just, if you read the caption, I was kind of trolling you guys at the very beginning, and then I made sure that I put the right information towards the end of the paragraph. But sure enough, some people didn't read it. They just saw the picture and assumed that it was mine. So anyways, do your research. Number 2, this is pretty simple. Look for used parts. If you're just now getting into modding, look around Facebook Market, look around the forums. There's a high chance that you're gonna find somebody parting out their car, or maybe somebody that's upgrading to certain parts. Don't be afraid to buy used parts. Some parts are just as good as when they're new. Some parts I would rather buy new. So it all just kind of depends on what you want. If you want to buy everything new, just do your research, look at different prices, look at the reviews, and then just go from there. I mean, obviously I can't put a budget on how much you're willing to spend for your car. So try to find some used parts and then just kind of go from there. Like say, just because the lip is used, but it has a scuff mark on the bottom, it's better to pay $200 than pay, let's say, $350 for a brand new one that you're probably gonna scuff up yourself. So things like that, you know, it's okay to buy used if you're on a budget. Personally, I mean, I understand how you would rather have new things. I'm the same way, but I have bought plenty of used parts myself. Tip number 3, just make sure that you try to do it right the first time. When I was younger, I used to switch wheels a lot, and I bought a set of wheels because I really wanted to have a set of wheels. I was tired of riding on stock wheels, and there were some other wheels that I liked, but they were a little bit more expensive. You know what I did? I went and bought a set that was like $600, $700. I can't even remember how much it was. It might have been 8 or 9. I don't know. But I didn't really like them like that. It's happened a lot, to be honest. I just went through a different set of wheels, bought them, sold them, and whenever I sold them, obviously I lost money. And then eventually I decided to save up enough money to buy a set of wheels that I really like. It's not just wheels, it's like just for anything. Don't buy a $150 lip if the one that you really want is like $350. If you really want a carbon fiber one, just wait off. Don't go spend that money on it. I mean, unless you really have to have something, because I've been there before. If I'm going to a show and I'm like, dang, I can't afford this, but you know, my car needs something. So let me just buy something that's affordable that I can use for the time being. I've done it before, just to have something so it doesn't look like it's missing something. But for performance parts, just make sure you buy a good brand product versus something really cheap that you find on eBay. A lot of stuff, if it's like a brand that you haven't really heard of, I would just try to stay away from it, because a lot of people have been down that road before where they buy something really cheap and then it's trash. They end up having to spend more money to buy the product that they should have bought to begin with. Alright, so tip number 4, if you don't know what you're doing, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't try to just be like everybody else, that just because you see them do it, don't feel like you have to do it yourself. If you don't feel comfortable, ask somebody to help you, then that way you can learn. Otherwise, just take it to a shop, have them do it, and then later on you can start by doing small things just so you can get more comfortable with the car, just like a lip install, intake install, oil change, spark plugs. Some of those things are really simple. Depending on what car you have, obviously some spark plugs are a little bit more difficult to get to. And the last tip, this is one of the most important tips that you should really take into consideration. If you're new at this, if you're young, and if you're a baby in the modding scene, when you start modding a car, be ready to have negative comments. I've been doing this for years, and till this day I still get negative comments, and that's okay. Like, at this point, it's whatever. If you don't like it, if you guys didn't like my M2 bumper, if you thought that I was a poser, that's okay. I don't care what you think. If you didn't like my M style fenders, that's fine. If you didn't like that I had a muffler delete because, oh, it's a
BMW,
you should put
expensive parts
on it all the time. You know, it is what it is. Like, unless they're giving you money to mod the car, just ignore them. Do whatever you want. Otherwise, if we all modded our cars how a lot of these people think that we should, either our cars would be stock, because usually the people that talk the most smack are driving stock cars. Obviously, the insecure people, or who feel like just because they drive a certain car are kind of like above everybody else. This is not really, this is just an example, but just because you drive, let's say, a 335 doesn't mean that you can bash on somebody for owning a Civic. And personally, I'm not a Honda person, but I don't hate them. I couldn't really see myself owning one or modifying one unless it's a S2000. That's the only car. But yeah, so keep everything in mind that everybody has their own opinions on their car, and we're all here to enjoy the whole community, the whole car community. That's what makes it. Otherwise, if you're cool with like seeing stock cars, just head to the dealership and there you go. There's your own car meet every single day. Show up at the dealership and just park next to all the stock cars. So ignore anybody that just leave some negative feedback on your car. If they don't like it, that's fine. Do what you want with your car. Enjoy it. Have fun with your friends. Let them mod the car the way they want. It's okay to give suggestions, and it's okay to get suggestions, and you take them as you want it. Just because somebody's giving you a suggestion doesn't mean that you have to do what they say. So just enjoy it, guys. Hopefully these tips help some of you guys that are just now getting into the car scene. I don't know really what else to say. If there's any more questions, just drop them down in the comment down below. In the comments down below. I don't know what I'm saying. It's late. I didn't really sleep too much again. So that's gonna do it for today's video. New car reveal will be coming very soon, probably tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. If not, it'll be Sunday because you guys are watching this video on Friday. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't, like I said, subscribed, go ahead and do so. I don't even know where it's at. I've been doing this for a while, but I think it's down here. So subscribe and hit that bell notification, and I'll see you guys in the next one.